It was Fan Appreciation Night at Berlin Raceway, featuring the Budweiser Super Late Models for 75 laps, the Engine Pro Super Stocks, Model Coverall Modifieds, Vintage Modifieds, and the Mini Wedges all in action. The Vintage Modifieds were up first for their heat races, all green flag racing. In the first race, his final race of his racing career, Rob Parker wins over Brian Buchema and Don Smith. And in heat race number 2, it was the veteran Joe Mazie over Todd Cowan and Dave Sensiba.
The first of two Model Coverall Modified 20-lap features rolled out first as Mike Stenberg and Mark Nienhaus led the field to the green flag. It will be your pole setter Stenberg leading the first 2 laps. That was until Kevin DeGood from his outside second row starting spot grabbed the lead on lap number 3. DeGood would pace the field the rest of the way in the caution-free event and pick up his first feature win of the 2019 racing season. Points leader going into the night, Ben Welch finished in second with Ronnie Smith coming home in third. Zach Clark was fourth and Billy Epping rounding up the top 5.
The Engine Pro Super Stocks were up next with Joe Jones and Ryan Holtzlander starting from the front row. Clean and green lace at lap number 9, Brian VanZalen gets past the hard-charging Alan Davis that Scotty Root would spin in turn number 3. But it was all VanZalen. Once again, the 44 car on fire and led to an easy win over Joe Moody, Seth Moody, Will Olmstead, and Tony Davis to round out the top 5. Then it was the Good Humor Mini Wedges, and it was Ethan Hoekstra racking up another win of the 64 machine, Carter Wolf second, Lindsey Drolema, and Tanner Greenbauer to finish out the top 4 in the 6 to 9-year-olds. Then in the Mini Wedges, 10 to 14-year-olds, it was Brody Drolema back to victory lane. Elliott Davis would be second, Braden Cook third, Tyler Davis and Hunter Umler to round out the top 5 in the Mini Wedge 10 to 14-year-olds.
The NAPA Filters Vintage Modifieds rolled out next for the 7th annual Mike Becker Memorial, big 30-lap main event for the Vintage Mods as Brian Buchema and Don Smith led the field to the green flag. Buchema would pace the field for the first lap. That was until Tom Boersma grabbed the lead on lap number 2. Caution came out on lap number 11 when Arthur Duvernay spun in turn number 4, while at the same time Brian Boersma, who was running in the top 5, lost the motor, ending his night. On the restart, your NAPA Filters Fast Qualifier and new track record holder Dave Sensiba grabbed the lead on the restart, and he would set sail the rest of the way to give Sensiba the big feature win in the 7th annual Mike Becker Memorial. Jason Burris come home in second, Randy Pearson was third, Todd Cowan was fourth, and Brian Buchema rounded out the top 5.
The Model Coverall Modifieds were up next for their second of 2 double features of the evening. Dave Davenant returned to the racetrack. He spun all by himself at lap number 1, and he would be able to continue. At lap number 3, though, mayhem at turns 3 and 4. Don Diamond, Stenberg, and Welch all make contact, but Diamond getting the worst end of the deal with heavy contact into the turn 3 and 4 wall. All 3 drivers would be okay. After that, it was all green flag racing, and hard-charging Josh Frye, after battling back after a major damage from a couple weeks back, finds himself back in victory lanes. Zach Clark would be second, Chad Clark third, Ronnie Smith fourth, and Billy Epic rounding out the top 5.
The Engine Pro Superstock 25-lap feature rolled out next. It was their second main event of the night as Coors Light Sportsman regular Ryan Holtzlander, along with the veteran Bob Bliss, led the field to the green flag. It would be Bliss utilizing the outside lane, taking the lead on the first lap. Work on lap 2, however, something broke in the right front of that number 98 machine. He slammed the turn 3 wall a ton. He was okay, but the car was done for the evening. On the restart, 2-time track champion Tony Davis grabbed the lead on lap number 2, and he paced the field until lap number 16 when 2-time track champion Seth Moody grabbed the lead with just 10 laps to go, and it will be all Moody taking the win in the number 48 machine. Tony Davis settled for second with Will Olmstead third, Brian VanZalen was fourth, and Joe Moody rounding up the top 5.
Budweiser Super Late Models were up for their 75-lap feature, $4,000 to win to wrap up the evening's activities on Fan Appreciation Night. Scott Thomas, Brian Tillema from the front row, and the first 30 laps were all led by Scott Thomas, and they were all green flag laps to the first competition yellow. Then on the restart at lap number 31, Scott Thomas, Boris Jurkovic, and Brian Campbell all jammed together. Thomas would end up spinning in turns 1 and 2. Then it was Boris Jurkovic who would jump to the lead, and he would lead the next 30 till the next competition yellow at lap number 61. Then at lap number 67, Van Dyke and Nate Walton with a little contact down the front stretch, and Van Dyke would spin down on the mini wedge track, but both drivers would be able to continue. From there, it was an epic battle up front. Evan Shotko, Boris Jurkovic, and Brian Campbell all going at it, but Jurkovic's car was the one to beat, and he cruised to victory lane to bag another one of the 75-lap features. So it was Boris Jurkovic over Brian Campbell, Evan Shotko, Tom Thomas, and Michael Simcoe rounded out the top 5 in the 75-lap main event. Coming up next week at Berlin Raceway.
Saturday, August 10th, it is the first of 2 Engine Pro Fast Car Dashes featuring the fire-breathing Wing Warriors. The must-see Extreme Sprint Car Series they'll be in action on Cars and Crafts Night at the racetrack. Also racing will be twin features for the Engine Pro, Super Sox, the Coors Light Sportsman, and the 4 Cylinders. Mountain Dew Green Flag flies at 6:30 p.m. For more information, check out all the social media outlets on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and be sure to go to the website at berlinraceway.com.